Hello survivors and welcome to a Soulstone survivors video. In today's video we are playing the Death Knight using his fourth weapon. We are focusing on a slow stacking build, so that's exactly what we did, but we did do something very interesting because the Death Knight doesn't have dodges and it also lacks the healing and or scent of blood that other characters might be able to get, like the Barbarian or the the S tier Paladin build. So with the slow stacking, everything being ass, we landed up going for the war tank over here. Now the only thing about war tank is it reduces the amount of dash charges by 1, and because we're on the Death Knight we don't have any dash charges, so it only gives us a benefit of increasing our block power by 50%. What that means is every time we pick up a block node, so something like this where it says your chances of blocking attacks is increased by 168, that means we increase that by an additional 50%, which is 84, which means it's actually 240 or 52. So 252 extra block power. Does it actually relate to that on the skill tree over here? Let's just have a look there. It says we have 447 block power, which means we have 77% chance to block attacks. We do have 16 flat reduced damage taken, as well as 60% reduced damage taken from armor buffs as well. So from here all we're doing is stacking life, block and armor, and then also whatever else we can get through there. We do stack potential on our glacial affinity. We don't need cast frequency anymore, and getting area of effect does help it as well. As you can see, we get a maximum bonus strength bonus of 1610% from all the slow stacks. We do have Frost Strike and Frost Bolt both on a 0.4 0.3 second cooldown, and then because it's not only slow, it's also paralysis, we took a Freezing Blow to give us a slow into paralysis, and then we have Frozen Warhammer as well as Ice Vortex, both of them slow stacking skills on decently low cooldowns with huge amounts of damage. Obviously our Frozen Warhammer does deal a lot more base damage than the Ice Vortex, but we'll see at the end who did more. We did grab Endless Refill. It helps with getting all the block and the armor that we need. And then we took Ice Mastery, Frozen Warhammer and Freezing Blow because you can't get them natively on the Death Knight. We then grab Multicast Mastery, Critical Mastery and Versatile Strength. Crit Mastery, we've got 200% crit with 275 crit damage. That means that our crit damage is actually 475%, and we've also still got Doom to Dazed, so we've actually got an even higher number, but it doesn't show it on the character attributes because we doesn't calculate days on the character attributes for you over there. And then obviously the multicast mastery things go crazy. So I do actually turn off the skill visibility over here, but we do have to kind of do that because we have to move quite a lot. So we're going to show you what everything looks like in the very beginning, but then I will turn it off because I do want to survive. Although if we just keep moving around in a circle, we should be quite fine. And then it actually is quite funny that we landed up on the Frozen Wastelands because we are playing like a frozen world. So that's quite funny, quite reminiscent of the actual build itself. Just really weird. We don't use our Ascension. There is no need for it. We don't need the summons. You can use them, it doesn't hurt to use it, but you want to try and do this as quickly as possible. You want to try and get to the highest endless cycle as possible and see how far you can push, and going into the middle of the map every time you get all of the Ascension, the souls, it does take time, it wastes time, it's not necessary. You don't need them to do the damage. As you can see, we deal more than enough damage to kill the enemies. We are not running this on Curse 7. There is no real need to do it unless you're farming for specific things, or you're doing some self-challenge where you want to finish Curse 7 with a specific build or doing a specific thing or character, then that's fine. But what I've done is with my curses, we have actually gone over there we've gone for 3 Reckless Goblins, 5 Unholy Reinforcements and 5 Clone Army. It just helps us with some of the minor Soulstones, and it's just something nice that I use for the videos. So we're going to go go for things like these, we could grab one more Doomed Days just to help get our days stacked up over there. And then we just reroll here looking for life, armor and block. Block being the most important one because we've got the war tank as well. If we can get to about 80-90%, getting to 90% is actually very, very difficult. It is possible, but it takes a whack ton of block. I would love to see a block skill like we've got shield wall, but it's going to be very, very interesting. We are getting a new earth type tag with the new character when the new update gets released. I hope you guys have seen the video. It is completely bonkers. We still maybe have to go over it. I'm thinking about doing something like that, but I don't know if I actually will, so don't get your hopes up too much. But we could definitely talk about it if you want. You can join the Discord. The link is down in the description, and we can talk about the new character coming out. I will post the trailer down in the description as well in case you haven't seen it, or if you're not following GameSmith's official YouTube channel, so that you can take a look at the new update coming. So there's a lot of new things coming and a lot of great things as well, and it's going to be really, really fantastic when that upgrade comes. I cannot wait for it. Some new skill typings being Earth, which is cool, new character and a whole whack of new skills. I think it was about 50 new skills being added to the game, and a whole big balance change as well, which is going to make a huge difference to the way that we play the game compared to, you know, compared to how we play it now. It's going to change it completely into something different, or at least I hope so. We're also getting new game modes and a whole lot more. Hopefully it can all be released in the same patch, and there aren't hiccups that are going to require it to take a little bit longer for certain aspects of the upgrade, but or update, sorry, not upgrade. But we'll see how we go. Also, another thing on this specific build, before I forget, is movement speed is going to be very important because we don't have dodges. We are going to need that movement speed on the Death Knight because, again, can't dodge. Movement speed is going to help us move out of the way of all of the skills. And you know, we are on Endless 6, so things do attack very, very quickly. They are very, very healthy now compared to the other runs that we've done up to this point. You know, from Endless, from the cycle 0 all the way up to cycle 5, and then now I can actually feel, you know, and visually see how much harder, or you know, how much more life the enemies actually have compared to the previous cycles. So it does make a huge difference over there. So again, going for the armor and all that, re-rolling every time we don't see one of them. We can just grab the multicast one more time. Over here we're going to lock the unbreakable, take the block. Unbreakable is invaluable over here as well. We can grab a little bit of movement speed over there, grab a bit of magnetism. That's going to help us level up the further we go, because we do get a lot less XP the higher into the end of cycles you go as well. So grabbing ourselves magnetic increases the amount of XP we gain, so that still allows us to kind of get rid of that XP loss that you experience as you're leveling up more and more into the cycles. So it's actually a hidden feature. As you level up more, you actually earn less XP as you level up. Or it's not that you earn less, it's that it takes more XP to level up. So there is that like a curve, you know, okay, you this level now, you're going to need this amount of XP, so getting yourself the increased percentage or increased XP amount helps with the loss of XP per level as well, so, or the increased amount of XP needed. But you can see if we didn't have block, if we didn't have the amount of life we had and things like that, we would be in a lot more difficult situation. We are actually taking a lot of damage. You just don't see it because, well, we are very tanky, considering we're the war tank. Yeah, don't get stuck on trees like that. That could be the end of your run. And at least we are pretty decent. I didn't want to not be able to heal, so we do not use the curses that take away healing. Again, this is just something for fun. I'm not trying to set a new meta or anything like that, you know, like we do with the paladin builds and things like that. Although, guys, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, fantastic build that you've come up. It's not my build. It's something as a community that we've gone through and done. A lot of people talk about it, and there was a lot of number crunching and things like that, you know. So it wasn't my build. I was just the one to show it on YouTube. Alright, we're nearly at the end. We on 2,200 enemies killed. We need 2,600. The one thing about Endless is it does need the most amount of enemies to kill. That's why people should be farming minor Soulstones using the Endless runs. And the reason for that is there are far more enemies to kill in Endless than there are in your Overlord cycle. Also, the bosses do not drop minor Soulstones, so there's no point in having multiple bosses fighting you like you would in the Overlord cycles. So there's no point in, you know, struggling that way just because you have to, sort of thing. It's easier if you just do it as is. Rather play Endless, rather have a good time, rather get as far as you can so you can get as much minor Soulstones than die to 10 bosses in a single, you know, spawn, because you're on Endless 6 or whatever with a max curse. So, you know, it's just a lot easier doing it this way. Alright, where is this boss? Because things are getting a lot more tough to kill over here. We probably have a lot of damage, 3,676 damage over there. Again, that is because of the Glacial Affinity, a really fantastic skill. This is the Chaos Bringer. Luckily he didn't use his Chaos Bomb, but there you go. As you can see, we had both of our lives still, over half our health, 455 life. Pretty insane amount of life we had over there as well, but really easy. I didn't even have to turn down the graphics. I really thought I would have to, but Frozen Warhammer there doing 49 billion, Ice Vortex doing 36 billion as well. Not in the quadrillion or trillion damage. If we did go further, we would probably do that, but I think you do need the healing and even more armor as well as block chance. But with a whole 78% block and a 64% armor reduction, damage reduction, along with the 18 flat damage reduction, we are truly a war tank. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.